Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make a Paul Klee inspired patterned fish. So I'm going to show you the supplies that I'm going to be using today, but you can use whatever supplies you have at your house. So I'm going to be drawing on white paper. I'm just using it right out of my sketchbook here. You can color on colorful paper if you want. You could do lined paper. You could open up a brown paper bag and use that as paper. Anything you have. Then I'm going to be drawing with a pencil and also a black marker. I'm going to be coloring in with crayons. And then if you would like to do your fish on one paper and your background on another paper, you'll also need scissors and glue. So you can cut out your fish and then glue it to your background. But I'm not going to use those today. I'm just going to do it on one paper. Alright, so the first step is going to be to draw your fish. Now fish come in all different shapes and sizes, so you can have your fish look however you want. If you want to follow along with mine, that's fine, but you do not have to. And then I normally would use a pencil for this step in case I make a mistake, and I suggest you use a pencil at home, but I want you to be able to see my drawing a little bit better, so I'm going to use a black marker so it'll be a little bit darker. Alright. So for my fish, I'm going to start with the face over here. So I'm going to do a shape that looks almost like a triangle, but this point I have a little bit more round. Then I'll connect those lines like that. And then I'm going to have two lines going across for the body. I'm going to have a really long fish. So I'm going to have this keep going, a line for the bottom, keep going. And I'm going to have these two lines get a little bit closer together. So have it come in a little, have it come up a little, and then I will draw a line to connect them. Now I'm ready to add the fins and the tail. So I'm going to draw a line, two lines coming out so it gets wider, and then a line down to connect them. For my top fin, I'll come up and back down, kind of like an over-the-hill line. Bottom fin. Then how about on the face? Let's add an eye for our fish. I like to add two little lines to show gills, how a fish can live underwater. The other eye would be on the other side of my fish, so that won't show, but maybe I'll add a smile. So I've got a happy fish. Alright, drew my fish. The next step is to put a pattern inside of the fish's body. Your pattern can have lines, shapes, colors. If you want to put letters and words or numbers in there, you can, but make sure whatever you draw repeats. That way it's a pattern. So let's see, I think I'll start with a swirl or a spiral, and I'll have maybe a line of spirals. Alright, so right now I have one line of spirals, but no more. So it's not a pattern yet, but I think I'll leave a little space for something else, and then I will repeat my spiral line. Now it's a pattern since it repeats. Now I left some space to do another design, so maybe in between there I will put straight lines, then they have to repeat for it to be a pattern. And then in between those straight lines, it looks like it's missing something too. So maybe I will draw a zigzag line, and then I put two little triangles under it so I can easily color in my zigzag. And then, of course, it has to repeat. Kind of look like little letter M's. Oh, alright. There's a pattern inside my fish's body. You could put a pattern in the fins too. I think I'm just going to put little lines like this though. Alright, drew our fish, we drew our pattern. The next step is to color in the pattern. So remember I said I was using crayons to color in my fish, but you can use whatever you want. Paint, markers, colored pencils, pens, oil pastels, anything. Okay, I think I'll start with this red-violet color. So I'm going to color in my first spiral with this red-violet. Now, I don't have to have all of these be the same. Maybe I want a pattern with my colors. So I could do red, violet, and then orange, and then red, violet. And I want it to keep repeating, so I'm going to go back to orange, then red, violet, which is kind of like a magenta color, and then orange, red, violet, orange, and there's one more left, so let's make that red, violet. All right, then I'm going to color in maybe one of my zigzag lines, but then I'll save the rest for later. So I chose green for this step. So maybe I color in this whole zigzag line going across with this green. I'll probably make all the zigzag lines green. Okay, now I'm going to stop because I think it would be boring for you to watch me color in my whole fish right now, but I'll finish the rest after. So let's pretend that I have colored my whole fish, so I'm ready for the next step, the background. So we're going to be putting letters or numbers in the background like Paul Klee. So I think I'll do letters of the alphabet. You could choose numbers, you could choose to write a word over and over again, maybe your name. But I'm going to do the alphabet. So let's see, I'm going to color I haven't used yet. I'll do purple. So I'm going to start up here, try and write my alphabet going across. Am I writing it the right way? Oops. All right, now I ran out of space, so I'm going to go on to the next row. H-I-J-K. Now it gets a little tricky because my letters are going to start to go behind my fish. I don't want to draw them on top of my fish. I want to make it look like my fish is in front. So my L would be right here behind my fish. Since I can't see it, I'm not going to draw it. Okay, L, M, maybe I would just see the very top of my M, N, O, P, Q, so now I can see a little bit of the R, S, T, U, now I'm down here, V, W, see how part of it I didn't draw, because, oh, you can't see that, so part of it I didn't draw because it would go behind the fish, U, V, W, X, I'm drawing backwards here, it's a little confusing. Y, Z, and then I could start my alphabet over again. A, B, C, D, E, F. And then I probably would do another row, but I'm just going to stop there. All right. You could be done at this step and leave the background white. I like to add color to the background. It looks more finished to me. If you have watercolor paints, this would be a good time to use them because you can paint right over this crayon and it will still show. I don't have watercolor paints with me right now, so instead I'm going to just choose a lighter color and color right over those letters. So I guess I could use this light green here. Peel some of this off. And I could use this to color right over that purple since this is lighter. So I color around my fish, but over my letters, like that. I'll just do above the fish right now. You don't have to watch me do the whole thing. Right over my letters, since it's a lighter color, they still show up. You see that green? All right, and then I would finish coloring below the fish, and of course I still need to finish my fish pattern. I can't wait to see what designs you put inside your fish.